Yes, sir, baby, on the Radar Radio. Yo, very special guest in the building. She just burned down that freestyle, the one, the only Chinese kitty. Finally in the building.
Meow.
What up?
What up?
I mean, we've only done like...
Finally in the building, yes. There
Finally
we
in
go.
the
Because we've been on your ass for a long time.
And we've only ever done Rolling Loud interviews, too.
Yes, yeah.
Because we did the first Rolling Loud interview, then Pandemic, and then this Rolling Loud, and now we finally
And
back.
I'm here.
Now we finally back. How you been?
I'm great.
I like the chain.
Oh, thank you.
You had that at Rolling Loud, too, or no?
I did.
I fuck with it. I guess, I don't know.
I
I didn't get to see it back
You
then.
was paying, it was a lot of ice going on there, so.
There was a lot going on. But other than that, so what's been going on?
What's been going on for me? I've just been working. Ever since Rolling Loud, I just was like, there's no time to stop. So I just been working like hard currently and ready to drop some music.
I know it's about, I feel like that Rolling Loud, because at the time we were talking about how that was your three-peat, right? At New York Rolling Loud. Mm-hmm. And what was so fire about that, like, I was like, damn, like, even when we was doing the interview, I'm like, damn, like, this is like, she got to take this moment and really run with it after this too, because it's like, you know, there are only a small handful of artists that were able to do Rolling Loud 3 times in New York, back to back to back.
Yeah.
Be from New York. And it's like, I felt like now it's just kind of like the momentum is just there for you and kind of picking up and whatnot.
Yeah. I would say the first Rolling Loud probably felt like it was just like an amazing experience. And then the second one, I think it was Pandemic. So it was like 50-50, you know. And then like I said to myself this last one that after I get off the stage, it can't just be like, okay, yeah, I performed and that was it. Like it was like, all right, you performed, use the platform, and now actually just go all the way with it. You know what I'm saying? Facts. And like, I'm just in my bag right now.
I think I you know what I saw that kind of felt to me like the beginning of like that next part of the rollout was your shout out. I always bring up his name because I love him so much. I love my boy Buba, right?
Oh yeah.
I love my boy Buba.
Yo, that's
right?
crazy. Yeah. And how that happened, I was so I have a song with Dusty, and I pulled up on him because I'm like, yo, like, we got to put the song out.
Great promo for the song, of course, too.
But what's crazy is the Buba guy was hitting me up for mad long.
The Buba guy.
Buba G's was hitting me up for mad long. And I didn't really know. Like, I thought it was like a little, like, hood. I'm like, I got to be prepared for this shit, right? So I was kind of scared. But I was in the studio with Dusty, and then he was like, yo, he's downstairs. I'm like, what? He like, yeah, he know you here. He want to interview. I said, all right, cool, let's do it. So we just all went downstairs. That's how that happened, but.
So it wasn't even like fully planned. Well,
not at all.
Well, Dusty probably fake planned it though.
No, maybe. I don't know.
Shout out my boy.
I don't know, probably.
But when you did the video, like the one thing I would say about Buba is that like he actually brings out like a side of artists that like most people don't see. So I think that's why it was kind of fire.
Yeah, mad ratchet.
mad ratchet, but in like a good way.
In a good way, yeah. No, like it's just the other side. Like it's a fun, playful side that people don't see about me. So.
Were you ready for were you prepared for that boy's energy? That's the main thing. Were you ready?
He is a wild boy. Nah, but shout out to him though. He's lit.
Yeah, I always like mentioning his name because I love what he does out here for the artists, especially like, you know, some of the younger artists that are just coming up that people just think certain things about, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like, and even like when it comes to like you, like people see your social media side, but they don't get to see your personality aside from these interviews and you having fun.
Yeah.
So I think that someone like him and Nodi, like they were very needed in the sense of like just kind of being able to do something to bring artists out of their shells a little bit more.
Agreed. Completely.
And I think that's why that video was fire. And then you and Dusty flirting, it was funny. It was just funny as fuck. I loved it.
I loved it too. It was lit.
So you and Dusty, fire.
Me and Dusty.
No, I'm talking about the song. I'm talking about the song. No, I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about the song.
Yes, the song.
How did you and Dusty first link up?
We're both with Empire. So, how did we link up? I don't know. I think it was on some Empire shit. Like their studio. They told me to pull up to their studio. Yeah. In the city, and he was there, and then we were like, "Yo, what's up? We got to do a record," and we actually just like did it on the spot.
You've been with Empire this whole time too, right?
Yeah.
I love that, and I love Empire because I feel like for y'all, you know, I've done a couple conversations with Dusty, but like I feel like for y'all, Empire is like the perfect place because like y'all, I feel like y'all really have like free range and creative control over a lot of the stuff that y'all do.
Yeah. Pretty much.
What do you so you got the song with Dusty, right? And then this leading to a project. Obviously, I think we started talking about it at Rolling Loud.
A couple songs that I want to drop, yeah. I would say like a project maybe after like the third, fourth song that I drop.
You're just kind of in like that single mode right now.
Yeah. Because I feel like I've always took the road to just like drop projects, drop an album, drop a mixtape. And I feel like sometimes the songs get overlooked. So I just want to be on some shit where it's like, drop this song, y'all pay attention. Drop another song, y'all pay attention. And then when it's time for an album, then y'all can have those songs.
Do you feel like it's because like the body of works, like maybe it was just too much to throw at people back then, like when you were kind of just getting started? And
when I first was getting started, I feel like I would just like hold on to music for too long. And I think that was a major problem for me. So now I just want to drop. And then how I feel about if I want to make a project, then yeah. Were
you also someone who like, well, first of all, I do remember one thing from one of your rollouts, right? Remember you sent like weed to the station. It was like in the little capsules, right?
Oh yeah, for SMD.
Yeah, for SMD.
Yeah, we sent it to everybody. We had like a whole little package.
Yep.
Yeah, that was lit.
I remember Angie unboxing. I was like, this is great promo.
Yeah, shout out to my manager. That was his idea.
That was Reddick's idea? Shout out Reddick in the building. Because I think, like, obviously, like, the rollout portion of doing all this is the most important part. And I think that that was fire that you was able to, that you did all that, too. And I think even when looking at these singles now and kind of how you're leading it into an album, I think, like, I see, like, what you learned, like, from that and from the last project and from SMD and all that stuff and leading into this, like, I see how you're progressing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also got to learn to be a little like patient with dropping the singles and whatnot. Like learn the patience to get up to that album.
No, yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, I just want to like focus on just like unleashing mad records and like just not holding back. That's been my problem for a long time. So it's just like a learning experience. Like, all right, I put too much on one album and I focus on just one record. You know what I'm saying? So now I just want to be at the point where, no, y'all heard this one and y'all heard that one too. And now when I put the project out, y'all at least heard 3 to 4 records off this album without having to go listen to the album. You know what I'm saying? Like just on those vibes.
Right. And you've been working with more people lately too, obviously, like, you know, the Dusty record or you know, even like a bunch of the music you put out last year.
Yeah.
So like who else are you working with in terms of like for these next couple singles in this project?
I got a lot of features. I'm even going out the country with it. I got features with Gigs.
Yes, Gigs.
I got records with oh my God, I'm a little thrown up. I got records with Russ Millions, you know what it is?
Of course I know Russ. Russ was supposed to come up here last time he was in the city.
Yeah, so it's lit. I'm everywhere with it. And, you know, obviously I got a lot of people here too, so it's lit.
How did you link up with Russ? Because I think that's probably the one that I'm most excited for. Because I saw he said he wanted to redo his verse on the record also.
Yeah, I was like, why? That shit was too hard. But I did an interview with Who Kid, and he was walking out of the building. And I was like, yo, I'm Chinese Kid and you Russ Millions, let's do a record. And we literally left the interview and went straight to the studio.
Oh my God, that's fine. So you did this when he was here in New York?
Yeah.
Oh man, we were supposed to do something with him here, but I'll tell you what happened. Nothing bad. Shout out my boy Russ. We gonna get it in next time he's in the city.
Oh damn.
But Russ is one of my favorite artists from the UK. Like he's he's killing
lit.
It right now.
He's lit, and a lot of fun energy.
Tell him don't let him change his verse.
That's
you need
what
that
I
shit.
said.
Yo Russ, I know you gonna see this, my boy. Don't change your verse, bro. I'm ready for it. I'm excited for it. That shit sounds tough.
Facts.
And then Gigs, you got a record with Gigs, of course. Legend.
I do, and I ain't gonna lie, that shit go crazy. It goes crazy.
So are those all singles that we're gonna be getting, or is that gonna all be on the project?
Yeah, singles. I think those are singles.
Can you say when the next one's dropping?
I definitely want to drop the Dusty record, but my single is Boy Ain't Mine, which is a record that everybody's been waiting on, and that's really all my focus is on right now. So.
I know. See, look, there's that itch. Remember I said the itch is like you want to just drop the Dusty shit, but then it's like,
Nah, Boy Ain't Mine is my record. Nah, but the Dusty shit's gonna go. I know it's gonna go viral. I know it's gonna go hard. The video that we're gonna shoot is about to be like mad fun. So yeah, everything's about to come out. It's about to be a movie.
And I love seeing this roll.
I'm not holding back.
Cause like right now, like really, like if we being honest here, and I'm being honest about my freestyles and everything we've been doing here, like the females run this shit. You know what I'm saying? The females run on the radar when it comes to with the freestyles and with everything kind of going on in hip hop right now. So I think like now is really like the perfect time for you. Like it was a perfect time back then, but now I feel like it's even better now. Now I feel like it's
actually
a moment.
No facts. They got to see me outside of that. I've been in a little shell, so now it's time to do the freestyles and drop the music and do it all at one time.
It's exciting. So you've been in the blogs lately. I know we have to talk about this.
Okay, I've been in vlogs for what?
For the Lil Baby situation. So what happened? Let's talk about it.
Nothing happened. I would say it was just a video that I posted. I was bowling, and he stepped into my video. And honestly, I did not think anything of it because there was nothing behind it. I just was like, okay, I look cute. He stepped in the video. He told me my bowling skills was cool, and that was it. And it just ended up on the Shade Room. I don't know why, but I mean, I do know why, but.
Mad dramatics. I like how you like in the blogs for what? Like there's like multiple things. You're like, can you please be more specific, please?
Nah, I think the people think that it's something more there than what it is, but it's not actually at all.
Right. It's just I think people forget that you can just go out and hang out with somebody sometimes.
It was an album release party that everybody was there. That's the thing, though. People thought it was like some
private
date
event.
or it was behind the camera. I know it looked like when it was recorded, it was just us two, but behind was 5 million people. It was the whole entire party. So I really just feel like people just take the narrative and they want to make it what it is, but there's nothing there, like nothing behind it.
Right. How do you like, I guess, when those things happen in like, you know, Shade Room, whatever, and like, it's like, obviously they're posting shit to like stir shit up and, you know, maybe start some drama and get comments and all this. How do you deal with that mentally? Because I'm sure that also takes like a toll on your mental health too, like just sitting there and being like, why is this happening?
I know. It's like, I'm still learning. I'm not even going to lie. Like, that should still be kind of like, oh, my God, I just got to put down my phone. But I think right now for me is I just got to stay focused on what I got going on. Don't read those comments and just continue to do my music.
Which is hard, too.
Nah. You know what it is? I let that shit affect me for too long. So now I just completely dub it. Like, don't even tell me what they're saying. That's it. It's a dub.
As you should, because honestly, it's most of this shit is just. And I told this. Flo Milli was here yesterday, and by the time people see this, like I know she hit you to come out tonight at the show.
Yeah.
And I think me and Flo Milli had a really great conversation about mental health and dealing with comments and whatnot. And we both were speaking about how like most of the time it's kids who are probably under the age of like 18.
Especially
like,
on TikTok. Oh my God.
Especially on TikTok, because grown-ass adults, like, I mean, grown-ass adults be in these stupid comments, but like,
they do.
But most grown adults don't have time to just be commenting on anything and everything that a person is doing in their life.
Yeah, I feel like most of the people that have negative things to say just have a negative mentality, period. So
you got to keep a positive mentality when going into this shit.
You got to keep it positive.
Do you I want to know also what was your craziest fan experience that you've ever had, right?
For me,
this one came from Rhetoric.
Oh my God, craziest fan experience. You know what? This just happened to me the other day, and I keep talking about it because it literally threw me off. I was leaving Target. I just had dropped my son off at school, and I went to Target, and I came out. I looked crazy because when you wake up at like 9 in the morning, that's way too early. So I had on like T-shirt. I think I had like ketchup on it or some shit because I ate a bacon, egg, and cheese. And this girl hops out of a DHL truck that they give you the packages. She's like, Chinese Kitty! And I'm like, no, not right here, please. Like, I look crazy. It's 9 in the morning, and she hops off the truck. She's like, I deliver packages to your home all day. I'm like, no. So now you know where I live, and I look crazy right now. And then the worst part, she's like, let's take a picture. Pulls out the camera. And then it's, like, hard for me to be like, no, not right now, because then they'll turn around and be like, she's a bitch in real life. And, you know, so I was like.
Hit the internet with it.
All right, cool. So she records me, and then it was just like, I can't. Like, now she knows the car. Now she knows where I live. Now she knows me. It was just kind of crazy. And she was having the packages in her hand, so she just hopped off the truck and everything. I'm like, I'm sure your boss would definitely fire you for this. But shout out to you, though. If you watch this interview, I fuck with you, though.
Shout out to you. No, we appreciate, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate all the fans.
We just got to have you start rolling. We got to get you like a Chinese kitty custom shiesty to just drive around in.
No, that's a fact.
You know
that's a fact.
That way you drop your kid off at school. I mean, it looks kind of like random that a mom's dropped the kid off with a shiesty, but you know, at the same time, it's like you won't get noticed in the same type of way too.
I know, but it's regardless. It happens.
It's happening more and more too, because
it's happening more and more, and it's actually type scary. Like even I'm not even like it's just weird. But I dropped my son to school the other day, and they had like a substitute like security guard.
Oh shit!
And they were like, the girl was like, "I follow you. I want to do your makeup," and I'm like, "Girl, I'm just dropping off my son to school. Like I don't even want that." attached to my personal life. It feels weird sometimes.
Or the energy too. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I gotta get used to it.
Yeah, I always get told it's like, this is what you signed up for, and it's like, damn.
It's crazy.
So I've been seeing like a lot of people been doing like they list, right, of like the top 5 rappers of all time, right?
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I asked you this at the first Rolling Loud. I don't remember. I gotta check the video. It was a long time ago.
Okay.
But who's your top 5 all time? You
All
can do
time.
All time. You can do. Want to do male and female? Yeah, we'll do male and female. Come
All right. Wait. So separate? No.
All
okay.
together. All together.
Biggie.
Okay.
Jay-Z. Drake. I'm at 3. Ooh, 2 more.
It's not an easy question to answer and nowadays. Keep it a buck.
Shit, I know.
Somebody asked me this a couple weeks ago. I literally couldn't finish it. I was like,
what's next? I just gotta say Nicki, 'cause she paved the way.
shout out Nicki.
And one more. I'm just gonna put Kanye in there. I gotta put Kanye.
Even with all the mess.
Even
Kanye,
with all the
still a
mess, I
goat.
gotta put Kanye.
Still a goat.
Yeah.
In the spirit of like also like talking about Chinese Kitty now and Chinese Kitty, like the future Chinese Kitty, right? And what's coming next. And also dealing with all these fan interactions and all this craziness that's now in your life now, right? If you could look back at, let's say, when we saw each other in 2018 at the first Rolling Loud, right? Because that was when things were really starting to heat up for you. What would you tell 2018? What would you tell 2018 Chinese Kitty, advice wise, warning wise? Like, what would you, if you were sitting with yourself, right, from back then, what would you speak to her about? Like, what would you let her know to be prepared for now?
I would definitely have told myself to literally just keep going, because no matter what it is, whatever you want to take on, whatever your past is, whatever it is, if you put all your effort into something, it's gonna happen for you. Like, it's, as long as you put all your, you just line all your life up to what you really want, it's gonna happen for you. I know for a long time for me, I was just like kind of doubting, like, is this gonna actually work, this and the third? And I took time off to like get my mental, get all this together, to get to this point where it's like, I'm gonna do this regardless. Like, this is what I want to do. And I feel like if I told myself that back then I probably would be a little bit more further than, where I am now.
Right.
So, yeah.
Some good advice.
It's the truth.
So more music on the way. Obviously, we got to run up everything you got out now.
Yes.
Before we get you out, and run up the freestyle, please, because that freestyle is really fire. Like I'm telling y'all, man, the girls come in here and body it every single time in Chinese Kitty. We've been waiting for this one for a while. Before we get out of here, is there anything else you want to let your fans know? Anything else you got coming up? Anything that the people should know? Now is the time to do it. This camera right here.
On the Radar freestyle is coming out now. But Boy Ain't Mine is dropping, and I need y'all ladies to stay in tune. Period.
Well, make sure you tune in, right? Make sure you go follow her. Go show her some love. Go show her some support. Love and support is free. Run up that freestyle. Go show that some love. Y'all already knew that. Till next time, on the Radar, Chinese Kitty, we in the building.